All right. Hi, everyone, and welcome to my blog post about the sales win. So, if you've been following my blog lately, you understand that I am very disappointed with one certain button. I call it probably the most disappointing button in the whole world, right? We will go through that quite soon. But if you wonder where you can find all my information, let's start off just heading out here to the blog that I have, the crmkeeper.com. You will actually find all the stuff I do here under the 365 sales tools. In this case here, the Dynamics 365 win notification. So you can head on in there and you will see the blog posts in order to follow from A to B to C to D, whatever. About 4 or 5 blog posts that you can follow just to do it yourself. Or what we're going to do today is we're going to install the already made solution. If you want to try this, let's see how long it takes. So, all right, let's try. So, where to get a hold of it, I will also link to, but in this case, I'm just going to open up my GitHub. So you can find my code here on GitHub. And today we are going to be downloading a managed solution. And for those of you who know me, I'm not pro managed solutions, but there's a little kink here. And that is that managed solutions work when you want to import something that affects the ribbon. So, because it will append to the ribbon instead of overwriting. So in this case, we actually have to do managed solutions if you want to import this to an existing environment. So that's a NB. Make sure that you do the managed solution if you already have an environment. If you want to try this out and you don't have any customizations at all, it's just a trial, just use the unmanaged solution. That's fine, because then you can go and customize and do whatever you want. All right. So what do we want to do? Well, we start off with a new organization environment that has Dynamics 365 Sales installed. So let's head on over here. And we are going to import this solution. The solution then is the managed solution. So let's just find the solution, the sales win managed solution. Open that up. And here we go. So what's it? Well, let's just see what happens here, okay? I mean, hopefully no errors. All right, so it's just going to say that it's a managed solution. We want to import that. That's fine, because now this is actually more of a product than just a configuration of sets, okay? So it's going to ask you to make sure that you have connections towards Teams and Dataverse. The reason being, of course, because we need these to be able to read from Dataverse and or also post to Teams. The reasons these things here occur actually because of our custom page, not because of Dataverse, okay? So this is only because we have a custom page which is the Canvas app, and the Canvas app needs the connectors. So let's go next. So here we go. Step 1, get a hold of a GIF key, all right? I've posted about these many times before when I do the other GIF things, but just so you know, let's head on over to the developer page of Giphy. That is developers.giphy.com. Create an account or log in if you already have one. Pick up your API key. I'm going to copy this thing right here, but you're not going to be able to see it because I don't want to share my key. And that's fine. So I'm going to copy that key and post it into my Giphy key. All right. Then we do import. And so while we wait, I might cut off a little sequence here, depending on how nice Dynamics is today. We never really know, do we? It could go well. It could also take some time. So we're probably going to pause this here, just spin on over to the next scene. All right, so the solution is now imported. There is some work, though, that we need to do in order to make this work. We now need to find the Teams ID and the channel ID. In order to do that, the simplest way is actually just to create a new flow where we connect to Teams and see if we can get the ID through the peak code. Okay, so I'll show you how to do that quickly. So we're just going to open the flow page. I'm just going to create a automatic. It doesn't really matter. Skip this. All right. We are going to do a step. teams, and we are going to post a message in the chat or channel as a flow bot, and we will be posting in, and I'm going to be doing a channel. So of course I need to search through my teams. I will probably be blurring out the teams here, so bear with me. I will find the correct team here, and I will choose the correct channel. And it doesn't really matter what we write into the message, okay? So this is just because I need the IDs. All of this, the message stuff is already predefined. So how do we understand which IDs are here? We're going to go into 3 dots here, and we're going to go to peak code, okay? So what we see here is we have the team's ID. It's going to go under group ID. Copy this, okay? And we're going to see the channel ID. Copy that. So this is basically what a team's ID is. It's a GUID, and a channel ID, which is a longer string of more stuff. All right, so I'm just going to go done here. We don't need to store anything. We got the IDs that we need. I'm just going to go head on out of here. So we're going to go back to make.powerapps.com. Because here we have, now that we've imported this thing, we can go into the apps and check out the apps that we have. We should have the app called Sales Win. All right, cool. So let's open this one. So this is a very simple app, just put together just so you can see it, okay? It's not that much interesting stuff here anyway. So maybe it says, okay, so we're gonna update the app just to make sure that we have the correct version. There we go. All right, so what I included in this app is what you need as the bare minimum to get this working. So I've then put the IDs that we need onto the business unit, so that if you have a multi-business unit structure, you can have different teams that or teams channels that we're posting to, so we don't lock ourselves into one team's one channel, okay? So this makes it very dynamic. So what we're going to do now is we're going to see what business units do we have. And in this case, it's a new organization, so we only have one. That means the user I am in now is, of course, within this organization. And you open that up, and we're going to have 2 fields here, the Teams ID and Teams Channel ID. So I'm going to get those from my trusty notepad. There we go. These are the IDs that we got from last thing. So all we need to do now is a little trick, because of course, because this is a default business units, or the one that came with the solution, we can't actually edit this because of the mandatory parent business units lookup. It's been like this forever. It doesn't make sense, but luckily we have the level up. So I'm just going to, in this case, go into God mode. For those of you who do not know what God mode is, don't worry about it. We don't really want everyone to know about it, but it's there. All right. Fine. Anyway, so we need to store this on the business unit. Here we go. And that's it for the technical setup. That's actually all you need to do, because I know now who the users are. There should only be one user in the system. Right, so there are many other different ones here, but the point is that we have me in the system, and I am connected to the only business unit there is. So let's go into and look at the opportunity. So there is an opportunity here in the system. I'm just going to create a new one. Super opportunity. And we are going to connect this to an account. Do we have one? No. Okay, let's just save this first and then open up into accounts. And of course, we're just going to put in an estimated revenue here of 500,000. Oops, that was one zero too many. Let's go 500. Whatever. Let's go 5 million. That sounds great. Anyway, as you see here, I've not really done anything with the forms here at all. I just left everything very vanilla. The only thing that I have done here is added a button called Close as One. So the reason why I do a managed solution, as you can see here, because if you import the managed solution, it will append to your ribbon. Therefore, the button that I had here, a custom button, that actually doesn't do anything. It was just to display. It is not overwritten. If you import the unmanaged solution, this will be overwritten. And so let's just have a look at the most boring and unappreciative button that has ever been made. So you're a salesperson and you close a deal. You're happy, you're excited, and this is what you get. Ah, I'm going to close this one. Cool, $5 million. Right, great one. Click OK. Boom. Oh, nothing. Nothing. I mean, there's actually absolutely nothing here. All right, read only. This record status is 1. Cool. Super happy about that, right? That's boring as hell. So what I wanted to do was try to make this more interactive, okay? This is the first time we're going to open this button. This is a PowerFX button and not the old custom ribbon workbench. This is the newer version of how to open things, and this is going to open the custom page that we have. And the first time it will probably ask us just to authenticate, and I will allow that. And check it out. All right, so I actually did forget to put in the estimated close date, but we can do that now because what this is going to do is then update the actual revenue and the actual close date, okay? So, but the thing here that we have added is I can choose whether or not I want to post this to Teams, okay? So if I want to brag and boast about this, perfect. If I don't, I can turn it off. In this case, of course, we want to boast and brag. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to confirm and win. So let's go. Come on, let's see what we get here. All right, yeah. So immediately I feel better. I mean, this just little simple thing here. I feel so good. And this is kind of cool the way to use your custom page, right? So the custom page is now taking over the closest one dialog, but the most important thing is it's capturing the data that we already need and we know, but it's having a fun time doing it. And of course, then when I close the dialog, it will save the opportunity as one, the same way we have, but we have some feedback at all. But not only that, because we added the Teams channel that we wanted to post to, of course, we have a win card that we're posting. Win alert, and then everyone that is watching Teams can follow this. The win alert, the super opportunity, customer point taken, revenue, and the who's the salesperson, right? So this will just be like a ton of really cool wins that we can find, have fun looking at, okay? So this is, to me, the reason why I believe simple inputs like this can make a huge difference to sales. And this is boosting, and this is why I'm calling it the sales tool also, right? So if you're on my blog, I'm actually calling these things different things as the sales tools. This will be one of them. I'll have a look at a lot of others. So I really hope that you enjoy this. And you see that it didn't really take long to install. I even had a lot of voice. So, I mean, you can get going within like at least less than 10 minutes, I guess. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy this. And yeah, if you have any feedback or if you actually want to contribute on making the Canvas app look prettier, please do. I do not like Canvas apps. I mean, I manage them, but I don't love them, okay? I'm not a front-end person. I just make sure that the back-end works well. I'm a Dataverse guy. So anyway, yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this. Thanks.